a new review with Uto. Like and subscribe if you like it. Chapter 307 with Isagi finally arriving in Spain. Yeah, to cha 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 to cha cha to cha. Last time we saw Isagi, he received a package from Iga with some plane tickets and also tickets to some football games. We also see Isagi mentioning that Igo instructed him to watch world-class football in person. Isagi also mentions that he has received tickets for England, France and all sort of places. He might even go to Germany to watch Noah play on the highest level of football. We might even see some of the World 5 play and maybe some of the Gen 11 players. That would be so cool. But today guys, he's going to watch Copa del Rey between Barça and Chicorit. Chicorit is Atletico Madrid for people that don't know. Barça is the team that Bachira and Otoya played for during the new Egoist League. Isagi also says it's the most exciting match in the Spanish league. We see Isagi is very excited to watch the Copa del Rey, but his stomach betrays him, he's hungry. So he enters a restaurant to get some dinner. He sits down and reads the menu. We see some nice things like burritos, tapas or sandwiches. But the problem is, Isagi doesn't know any Spanish, so he doesn't know what the menu says. Because the more he looks at the menu, the less he understands. We continue with Isagi noticing a guy eating food in a corner. He thinks to himself that it looks so tasty, so he tries to speak to the guy in English. Kinda annoyed, but he still greets Isagi in Spanish. Isagi says hello back and notices a wicked scar on his face. He tries to ask what kind of dish it is, but the other guy doesn't understand English, so he gives Isagi a translation but from Mikage Corp. So for the people that doesn't know, it's the company of Ryo's family. So with the earbud in, Isagi asks again what kind of dish it is. The other guy says it's Audief. Yeah, aight buddy, get your lying ass out of here bruh. So the guy changes the subject and asks him where he's from. Isagi answers by saying he's from Japan. Then the guy asks him why he's doing all the way here in Spain. Because it's like 20 hours flight from Japan to Spain, so it's a very long flight. Isagi tells me he came to watch the Copa del Rey finals and he wants to learn how football is played across the world. Then the guy asks him, do you like football? Isagi then gets very excited, telling him that he has grown to love football the more he learns, and that there's so much history and how the tactics and formation have changed, and also the scientific analysis has brought the game up so much. He also says how the players' unique playstyles can influence the trends all over. That's why he's excited for tonight's game. Then the guy says that Isagi is so lucky to be able to talk about something with so much excitement. Isagi then says he must have some things he gets excited about, but he responds that he might have once, but not now. Then he continues by saying that whenever he sees a joyful person like Isagi, that it makes him wanna die. That's crazy, not gonna lie. God forbid someone is happy about something, like damn. Isagi is very confused on what he said, but he apologized for boring him with all the information he gave. But then the guy says he doesn't have to apologize because Isagi didn't do anything wrong and that he's just an insensitive person. Then Isagi says that ever since they've met that he has a sad smile on his face, also shocking the guy. He plays it off by saying it's rude. Then the guy says he's the first to go and thanks Isagi for the entertaining conversation and wishes Isagi for a fun football trip. Then Isagi goes to the waiter and asks for one Audief, but that's when he realized he got trolled because an Audief is not on the menu. Then we see Isagi just making it on time for the match because he had to drop off some bags at his hotel room. Then he says this is the passion that the fans have for a league with so much history, where the best football is played. Then Isagi says that one day he will play on that field too. That's what I like to read, Isagi. Then the commentator says that the players have stepped on the field. As the crowd is shouting Lavigno's name, Isagi realizes that he has played with such a superstar at Bluelock. Then Isagi notices a familiar face on the field. The guy from the restaurant. The lying ass guy from the restaurant. And of course Isagi had to go in his stalker modus and search the guy up because he's not familiar with this game. And then he sees he's a starter for Barca and also a new Gen 11. Oh my god! Like what? Then we get a whole player description of this guy. His name is Bunny. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name, not gonna lie. And that he joined the team midway through the season, scoring 11 goals, playing as second striker next to Lavigno. He has a cute ass name but a big ass scar, bro. I cannot trust him, bro. He has a name like a big ass flesh eating dog called Cookie or something. It also says he's like a forward, 19 years old and 1 meter 91. What the heck? He's tall as shit. The Lakers need a center. So yeah, I think Japan is kinda cooked during the World Cup, not gonna lie. Then we see two defenders on a video where they send the ball to Bunny. We also see the crowd shouting his name. There's no way a whole stadium is chanting Bunny. Then we see Bunny jumping very high. Even Isagi was shocked. Then we see him wasting no time and volleys the ball between two defenders straight into the net. And we start off the game with a super golazo. Not gonna lie, he gained some aura, not gonna lie gang. Then we see Isagi wondering if he's another rival for the U20 World Cup. And there's another world class players waiting for him. He's not the only player to be watching the match. After a year we finally see ITOSHI back in the manga. He has seen Bunny's goal and he's mad as hell. What did he do to make him that mad? Like damn. But most people think he's the player that made ITOSHI switch to a midfielder position. So this is the end of the chapter review. The next chapter is called Bright Chicken. What could it be possibly about? I have no clue, but if you guys know something, let me know in the comments. And also I'll be starting to review some animes, so let me know what anime you want me to watch and review. And also like the video and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later.